Hi everyone, and welcome back for more Tarot Intuition. I've recorded it this week because I have a few things I need to do this weekend. I didn't want you to miss out, so here we are with more pairs. I hope you're really going to enjoy this because this is where the magic happens, okay? So let's jump in. Okay, so we're using a major card and a minor card, as I've explained before. And if you divide your deck into two, and you have your major cards on one side, as you've probably seen me do on my videos, that's it, on lives, on anything I do, I use this method. And you put your other 56 minor cards into another deck and shuffle, okay? So you need to shuffle the major cards and the minor cards. Then you will get your pair. So you draw one from the top of the major and one from the top of the minor. Now, I've done two pairs for you, so with no further ado, how do we read with pairs? Well, last week we talked about the Fool. Now we are looking at the Magician. So I'm using different minor cards here this week with the Magician. So this is a court card. We've got the Knight of Swords there. So when it's a court card, we feed the energy of the major card, which is the Magician, into the minor card. Now, this is showing that if we are looking at our Knight of Swords, who is a person, an aspect of him is saying he's not very grounded, okay? He's erratic, unpredictable, impetuous, and does not think things through. He's always starting something and never finishing. So that is what we've got when we've got our combination here with the Magician and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so if we look, we can see that if we're using just a page, and in this regard we've got the Page of Swords here, a page is minor matters, and they need a lot of development. They are unsure of themselves. So I'm just reminding you what sort of court cards actually mean, particularly with the element, the suit. Here we've got swords, okay? So they've got lots to learn, and when it's a sword, we're talking about it's just conversations or it's a thought, okay? The page always copies someone, okay? That's what they do. They're in transition, they're right at the beginning, and they are trying to get familiar with what it is they need to do. They are seen here looking over their shoulder. So in our picture here, we've got our page, he's looking over his shoulder, and he can easily get caught up by getting involved in lots of gossip. Okay, so that's what our Page of Swords is here. Okay, now if we change that to the Knight, knights come and go, and they are still also in development. And a sword is a mental process. A sword is a thought, it's regard. They are quick and they are shrewd because it's a knight. So you can see in that picture, everything's a bit crazyville. Yeah, we can see the wind, we can see the clouds, we can see the wind because the trees are bending over, and he looks as if he's got movement going on with that horse and that knight. It's not somebody just sitting there like that still. So there's unpredictability going on here, and also this person gets bored very easily. Now a queen is more passive. She has a very strong focus, as we can see in this card. She's focused and she's looking and she's not being distracted by anything. And she can be cutting with her words. She's got a very strong focus and she's highly intellectual, and she can be prone to being bitter. And she can be cut off, as in feeling bitter about the fact that she's got to be so serious all the time. Okay? Our King of Swords, well, he's a serious thinker, and he could be somebody that lacks emotions. He's got a very good head on his shoulders, good at leading projects, works best on his own, and can be quite harsh and quite strong-willed. So I wanted to kind of give you a little reminder of all of the four of the court cards there in the suit of swords. So let's play this back in now and have a look at the Magician here with the Queen of Swords. Well, she's got some powerful qualities, because if we feed the Magician into our Queen of Swords, the Magician has the ability to do anything, and our Queen is experienced, so she can put the focus and make that work for her. Now, we also know that this person can be ruthless because they are focused and they are driven and they are intending to get results. They're not going to actually take any nonsense from anyone, okay? And they'll not take any influence from other people. It's my way or the highway. So this is a pair that's saying they'll cut away from others, they've got a will of their own, and they can be rather cold at times as a person. If we change our minor card and keep the Magician, as we said we would, well, here we've got versatility. Here we've got adaptability. This person knows they've got a lot to learn. Pentacles, of course, are the combination of all of the four energies, combined with the Magician having four elements on the table there. This person's definitely going to manifest everything by will and desire in the material world. So that means they're manifesting projects, plans, careers, finances, anything that's tangible. They've got all the tools on the table. So although they are at the very early stages and still in development, they've got everything it takes to succeed, and they'll keep going. Nothing's going to get in their way. They've already made a start. Although they're inexperienced, they've got everything there. Okay, now if we change it to the Page of Cups, here we've got someone that's got a vivid imagination, and they're emotional, a bit of a dreamer too, trying to make a romance happen perhaps here because of the emotional aspect of the Page of Cups. Flirty, very sensitive. They know what they want, but they're sensitive and a bit of a dreamer, and perhaps not going to actually amount to much. They want it, but they're not going to do anything about it. You'd need to see what would happen in the rest of the spread to find out whether the page develops and becomes more experienced in the same suit, or we might see them turning up in another suit. They might get it right into the energy of the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords or the Knight of Swords, or turn up as a pentacle on a knight. Do you see? So you'd be looking for that. All of this comes up, by the way, in tarotcourses.online, my courses there, where you can learn how to use this intermediate method of being able to work with pairs and how it all works. This is just a very brief synopsis to kind of give you the idea of how to work with pairs. So now we've got the Magician and the Queen of Cups, and here we have a person that wants everything. Again, we are feeding the energy from the Magician into the Court card, which in this regard is the Queen of Cups. And she puts everything into what she wants. She's got the capability of making things happen. She's always in control, and she knows how things are going to perform because she's calculated it all out. She's experienced enough to know what she has to do. So she'll conjure up what she's desiring. Why is it a desire? Queen of Cups. Okay, it's an emotional aspect. She's conjuring it up. That's coming from the Magician. I hope you see that. Okay, so next we have a change, and we've got the Page of Wands. So the element here has been changed to action cards, which is the Wand family, fire. So this is someone that's very creative. Again, we are feeding the major card into the minor card. So we're taking the Magician and saying, put that inside of what you know about the Page of Wands. So how does he perform with that aspect of the Magician? He's creative because he's got the Magician in him. He's very active because we've got the Page of Wands. He's always looking for beginnings and new adventures. And he's working at making things happen. How do we know it's happening? We've got the action card of the Wand. I've changed it now into the Knight of Wands for you. So this is a character that wants to do things. They'll do everything and anything. They're very positive as a person. Adventurous, that's coming from the aspect of the Knight of Wands. They weigh everything up. They get results, and they're still a little unsure of how they're going to make it happen. Why? Because they're a knight, they're not a king, they're not a queen, so they're still developing, they're still learning, they're still experimenting with all of the elements there coming from the Magician's table, which is the thoughts, the emotions, the actions, and the productivity. Our Knight of Wands, who's a very creative person, getting on with it. They're productive, creative, honourable, and enthusiastic. All change the Pentacle. And so the Pentacle is the combination of all of the other three energies. And this person is more elevated. They are cautious. We know that from the Knight of Pentacles, who is seen here on a horse that isn't moving, steady, safe. He's not moving. It's almost like he's taking everything careful, steady. So that is, he is steady with his material security. He's very carefully making sure that anything that is materialized, don't forget, it's not just money. Material security is not just money. Remember that. He has wisdom, he is still learning, and he's on the right track because he's following a system, a strategy. And so, if we look at the Pentacles, where we have our Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, we can see that the energy from the Magician going into either the gender of the Queen or the King, regardless of that they are very secure within themselves, and anything they wish to manifest will happen in all material matters. So they're right on it. Well, thank you all for watching this little taster of how to work with powers. If you want to know more about how to actually read like this, do go to my website, tarotcourses.online with Anne-Marie, where you can actually find a course on swords, the cups, the major arcana, how to use this intermediate signature course of mine, where you are able to use one spread and how to work with that spread. I'm covering on this series how to use pairs. You probably see me on all of my videos using pairs. I do it on the recorded videos that I make. I've also done it in all of my Friday lives. So you can join me on Fridays if you want to have a free reading and see it in action. Until then, I'll leave you with this play out where I explain to you how you can actually learn by studying on one of my platforms and learning all about the tarot courses that take you from beginners, intermediate to advanced to professional level. So from me, Anne-Marie, till next time, I'll see you next week when I'll have more pairs for you and be showing you how to actually interpret the cards as pairs from the major and minor card. Next time, we'll be doing the High Priestess. From me, Anne-Marie, I'll see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you are alerted every time I make a video and you don't miss anything. Till next time, bye now.